Good morning, everyone. Actually, let's rephrase that. I should start by saying happy May. Today is May 2nd, and this year is flying by. We are already 5 months in, and in case you were wondering, there are 237 days until Christmas. But the good news is that I actually already have one of my family members completely shopped for Christmas, so I probably should pick the next person and get another person knocked off the list. But enough about Christmas. I know that is like a stressful situation for some people. Obviously, like it's just such a busy month and Christmas presents in general. So we're gonna move off that subject and we're gonna talk about the weather because that's my stressful thing over here right now. On the camera, it might look like it's nice and sunny, but let me tell you, Iowa has not got the memo at all that it is spring, other than the birds being out. It is so cold. It's 40 degrees today. The wind has been absolutely horrendous. This is what our skies look like all the time. But a little update since I did not film a video last week. Furniture, still have a garage full of furniture, working on that. Here's my half of the garage where I used to be able to park inside, but obviously I'm not doing any parking inside right now. This dresser should be wrapped up by the end of the week. Then I got this free desk that I'm gonna redo. I have another dresser here that was free that I'm gonna redo. And then I'm redoing this antique, what's it called? Record player holder. Can't even think what it's called right now. But I am redoing this for a friend. Speaking of furniture, I will be doing a furniture flip for my mom for Mother's Day. So she already knows about it, which is the only reason I'm talking about it right now. But I'm gonna be redoing a dry sink for her, which, speaking of moms, if you guys are looking for ideas for Mother's Day, we all know how hard it is to get gifts for our moms because either they have everything they need or they don't want anything. And so I wanted to throw out this idea of Storyworth. These Storyworth books are a really good, unique gift. So if you've not heard of Storyworth, they are a company that you pick whoever you want a book about. So example, I'm gonna say my mom. And each week, my mom would be sent a prompt with a question that she can answer. So like, what is the best advice that her mother ever gave her? What is her favorite childhood memory? And then over a year, a book is compiled of all these questions that my mom was asked. And then you can add photos within the book, and then they are sent to whoever would like one. So example, me, and then I could get some for my family members. But then these are a really good keepsake of memories of whoever your loved one is. So this is just what this one looks like. It's just a really nice white book that would look good on a shelf, a coffee table, something just really timeless. But if you guys are interested, I do have a discount code. I'll have everything down in my description, but it gets you $10 off your first purchase if you go to storyworth.com/summgoodstuff. That's STORYWORTH.com/summgoodstuff for $10 off. You guys are probably gonna get jealous of this outfit. I want a link for it, but I don't have a link for it because this was a family member's. Oh, the zipper broke. This is upsetting. Well, good thing it has snaps. And I probably should go pee real quick. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Never fails once you get these bib overall things on that you have to go to the bathroom. But like I was saying, I'm excited to announce that we finally have farm animals. So Jay and I have been wanting animals for a long time. I mean, we just had to get things together with our barn first because obviously you don't need a perfect setup, but you do need a safe setup. And we wanted to make sure that our barn was safe from critters. We get a lot of raccoons in our barn and they obviously can kill small things and they're really disruptive and just like not good to have in a barn. So here is our little barn and it has all these windows. I mean, obviously you can see tons of windows. And it was pretty much every other window, if not like a straight line. A lot of them, the plexiglass was broken. So Jay patched up all these windows and then he patched up some down here as well. Plexiglass, whoo, my gosh. Obviously we know that like why plexiglass inflation is so bad right now, but I was able to find a 3-pack of plexiglass in the exact size we needed on Amazon, and I ordered those. Gosh, if I was gonna get like windows from Menards, it was going to be $700, and I was able to get everything for less than $150. So it's more of like a flimsy plexiglass, but it will do the trick and it actually won't crack as easy. So we got that done. Are you coming with? Come on. Okay, welcome to the barn. It is a mess. This side houses all of my gardening stuff and tomato plant cages, and then obviously our kayaks are over here. Over here is just kind of storage. Then down here, Ollie's gonna give the tour. We have like all of our wood scraps that we use for like various projects. All she does is come down here and then just rolls around in this dirt. Okay, over here we have our sweet baby chicks. This is the brooder that I have, and I made this lid. I talked about it on Instagram last week, and it fits just right for what we need. And then obviously we have this heat lamp, but let me get this lid taken off and then I will let you meet the babies. All right, babies. Meet the newest family members. We got 14 baby chicks, and they are just the stinking cutest. They will be a week old tomorrow. And because I know some of you are probably wondering, Ollie, which is our cat, has no interest in the baby birds whatsoever. I've brought her down here a couple times just to make sure that like she sees us interacting with them, to know like these are okay, we're not gonna kill these birds. And she follows me down here, never comes over to this side. She can hear them just fine. Instead, she'd rather be over here on the other side walking through this dirt. But anyway, I thought I'd show you guys what I do to take care of the baby chicks, especially if this does something you've never been around. This might be interesting to you. Farm animals are so fun. Obviously, there's a little care involved, but so far chicks have been so easy. We only have to do something for sure once a day. We check on them 2 to 3 times a day, but they have been a breeze. The first thing that I always do after I take the lid off is I put some food in my hand and I stick it down for them to know like it is okay. I am your caretaker. I just want them to get used to me, and I don't want them to like be pecking at me. And also I'm gonna have to take them out of the cage, and so I just want them to know like it's okay. I'm gonna be grabbing for you, but, like they'll be used to my hands. In their brooder, they have water, and I have like a whole system of how I go about putting stuff in this. And then they have a little feeder that we keep food in at all times. And then they have this heat lamp, but right now I'm gonna go ahead and take all of the chicks out of here. So when you take the chicks out, grab one, I'll show you. You look at their butts to see if they have a gross butt. It's called a pasty butt. And that just ensures that they can like continue having bowel movements to get everything out of their system. And then I'm gonna scrape out all this bedding, because as you can see, there's just poop all over. This is like an everyday occurrence. I mean, it's literally their job to eat, drink, sleep, and poop. And then I get them fresh food. Well, I just like fill it up, and then fresh water. And then I put them back in. Okay, babies. So as you know, with all projects are kind of like a never-ending cycle of things you have to get done. And so the chickens, we obviously do not have a coop yet. I mean, we have the barn, but like not a specific spot for a coop. And one thing I'd like to say is don't let your circumstances from stopping you. Because, for example, we don't have this coop ready, and I could have used the excuse of, oh, we don't have the coop ready, we don't have the barn cleaned out, let's just not get chicks this year, we'll get them next year. But instead, I got them because now it's going to force me to get these things done. So obviously we needed to have like the windows sealed up and then the brooder, because that's what they live in now. But apart from that, we don't have anything ready. So today, that is what I'm going to be working on. And also, I wanted to also say to use your resources. I know a lot of times with any new hobby, I guess you could call it, there's expenses that come along with it. And so I spent, I think, $100 total on everything that I needed for the chicks, including the chicks. And then everything else was just asking around, using things that I had here around the house. Like obviously I had to buy like their food and stuff, the bedding, the chicks, but this lid I made with chicken wire that came from a neighbor's barn, and then old boards we had from a previous project. This wooden thing, my dad had something shipped to him in this, and so I asked if I could use this for my brooder. I just emptied out what was in it. The light, my brother-in-law, he had chicks at one point, so he let me have that. He let me have the feeders. This nesting box, I asked on Facebook Marketplace if anybody had any old nesting boxes, so I got that for free. And then I'm picking up some more nesting boxes at some point from another neighbor that's giving them to me for free. Then, other than that, like the coop, it's just gonna be a hodgepodge of what we have around. We are gonna have to buy some plywood, and I need to get some more screws, but other than that, I think we have everything, except I guess I did order an automatic door. Our barn is in 4 sections. And the chicks are over here, which is where they're going to end up. I wanted to put them to kind of acclimate them to the smell and the area. But we're going to section off this section and make it like 1/4 of the size of this big block. The nesting boxes are going to be up against this wall, so we can like lift a thing up to be able to get the eggs from the outside and not have to go in the coop every time. And then I'm going to put like a roosting bars over here. Then over here, it's covered right now to keep critters out, but this is where the chicken coop door is. And over here, these are a bunch of other things my brother-in-law gave me that we're using for the chicks. But today, my plan is to get this whole section cleaned out, like all the scraps and stuff that are on here at the ground. All this stuff needs to get moved. That way we can get going on the chicken coop. And then this door, we can only open it from the other side, but we had to put the sheet up because there's such a draft that comes through here. And I have some clear caulking that I'm going to caulk all these seams because they're just letting so much wind in when the wind comes from the east. But today we're going to clean out this side, and I think I'm going to clean out this side. I need to go get the truck. That way I can load things straight into the truck. I need to find my clear caulking. That way I can get the door caulked while it's not raining or windy so it can dry properly. And then, yeah, we'll see what the day brings. Barn is clean. Let me show you around. So the side that you come in the door from, this is all cleared out except for the chicken wire. It's just gonna stay here until we do something with it. Otherwise it's just so hard to move around because it's all entangled, but it looks so much better. You can actually walk through here. And then over here on the chicken side, I got this all cleaned out. So over here is chicken supplies. And then we have this wire that will somehow probably be used with the chickens. More chicken wire, my nesting boxes, these metal things I'm leaving here until I know we're not doing anything with them. I have their food box, their feed, or not their feed, their bedding, their garbage can, and then the chicks. I do have a spot in with an electrician. He is gonna come put another light in over here in the coop on this side for me, as well as an outlet. That way I can plug in like an electric water thing in the winter, and then the automatic chicken coop. I opted for one that needed to be plugged in rather than battery. We do not lose electricity. We do not lose electricity very often. And I'm not really worried about it because we should be here early in the morning and late at night. And then to change the batteries all the time, wasn't about it. But let me show you all the things we got rid of. This is what I got rid of in the truck this time. We have cleaned this barn out now for the last 2 years. And every time we clean it out, there is a full truckload. It used to be heaping full. And then every year we just get rid of more and more things and use the barn for different things. So I'm gonna go get this dumped out before we go in and find some food. The wind's picking up. You gotta see how cute Ollie is. Hi, sweet, beautiful girl. This is one of Ollie's favorite pastimes that she got to relive today. So it used to be that the bottom windows, a couple of them had a crack so she could get up in the barn herself, but now there's no way to get into the barn. And I let her lay in her old spot today, so now she's down in the window. So I'm gonna have to leave this door cracked open because otherwise she's not gonna know how to get out. And hopefully no creatures come in while she's down here. August. Come here, buddy. You go potty? Well, go potty. Go potty, you little nugget. Everyone meet August, my nephew. Hello, sweet boy. Hello. How old is August?
He's 10 weeks and 2 days old.
He likes his dad. You like your dad? August decided he wanted to come up and hang out with his aunt. So we're gonna go inside. Okay, come on. Wanna sit with Dummy? Whee! Lay down, boy. Oh, you gonna jump? Okay.
Oh, goodness.
I want my hair, these layers just brought up a little bit.
Okay.
But I just want like a trim, like an inch, and then thinned out. And I would like my bangs shortened back up. And all my hair that got cut off. But it looks so much better. Feels so much better. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
Hair is freshly cut. I got an inch off, a little more layers. I got my bangs kind of shortened back up and then reshaped around my face. But the amount of hair I got rid of, it feels so much better. Anyway, it is 5:42 at night. Cooper is gonna come over and see the chickens because he hasn't seen them yet. And other than that, I'm gonna go home, eat supper, shower, and then probably just relax the rest of the night. So anyway, thank you guys for checking out today's video. Don't forget to check out Storyworth and use the discount down below for $10 off. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one.